Hey everyone, this is Will. Welcome to Black in the Core. On this channel, we cover the best of Black life and culture in New York City.
My name is Khalid West. I am a co-founder and the current executive director for Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. And I've been running the organization for the last 5 years as the executive director, but I've been co-founded this in 2012 with Joseph Nocella. It's definitely true that the sport has gone through some transformations in its history. Originally, it was actually a Native American sport. It was played amongst tribes as celebration, as different modes of communication, for fighting, for settling disputes, as a number of different ways of honoring each other. And then the sport was co-opted, right, as many things are, by Europeans. And, as they developed the sport, they would play it in institutions like private clubs, like private schools, boarding schools. And so now it probably has a stigma of being a sport that's associated with wealth and notoriety, so on and so forth. But Brooklyn Lacrosse was really reestablished in 2012 to try to remove the barriers from the sport, such as the perception of the sport, the difficulty in finding other clubs to play with, other coaches to teach the sport, referees, just logistics in general. So that's really what our basis is all about. So Brooklyn Lacrosse Club got its start most recently, again in 2012, this reestablishment, with myself, Khalid West, and Joe Nocella. We were both coaches in an organization called the Brooklyn Crescents, and we felt that there was a need to have the sport get some exposure and become more accessible. We wanted to bring it to more of the people in Brooklyn, and more of the people in the city. So Brooklyn Lacrosse is an organization that is run by volunteers. We have upwards of 30 coaches in any given season, and all of them volunteer their time and their energy to teach the sport, to coach the players that are learning the sport, some that already know the sport. We have a boys side of the program, and we have a girls side of the program. So I just want to give a major shout out to all of the volunteers that give of themselves and their time to grow the sport and grow the game. One of the challenges that I think any youth sports organization, particularly field sports, has is access to green spaces like this, to fields. So it's extremely difficult, and it's one of the things that we continue to work on to try to foster good relationships with organizations that essentially maintain these spaces. We happen to be right now at Pier 5, which is Brooklyn Bridge Park's field space, and we've had a long-standing relationship with them, and that's been good, but we're always in competition with other organizations that need field space, such as soccer, such as Ultimate Frisbee, or even other lacrosse clubs. It's a very difficult process, but well worth it because the kids benefit from the sport so much, and the network of lacrosse is so vast. It's honestly extremely vast and rich.
My name is Lee Walker. I'm a coach and program director here. And what our program is about is first growing the game within the community. So, I'm super proud to work for Brooklyn Lacrosse as I'm from Brooklyn. It means a lot. When I started playing the game, I didn't even know what it was coming from Brooklyn. So it's just amazing to see so many of us. But it's also, our program is here to create unity within the youth, to help them explore a different avenue. I feel like a lot of the avenues that are pushed to the youth, I think everything is oversaturated, but it's one in a million for a lot. Like, everybody plays basketball and everybody does music. And I love both of those things. As I started playing sports, playing basketball, but lacrosse is just, this sport is one of the only sports that has given so many scholarships to children who look like me. And I think that's what was so important to a lot of us, you know what I mean? Like, we want to give opportunities to the kids who are where we're from. You know, we're inclusive, but for me personally, it's just super important to be able to give back to these kids.
My name is Coach David Pérez. I'm a program coordinator for the boys teams at Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. I joined with the club about almost 2 years ago as just a fresh face coming in, and after a season, I ended up becoming the program director for the boys squad. And since then, like, the program has grown so exponentially in ways that I could not have even imagined. We get newer, fresher faces coming in from across Brooklyn, from across lower Manhattan, and not just players, but also coaches who are volunteering their time and energy to bring their expertise to a new generation of players. We've created like such a wonderful safe space for top-tier competition, where you got kids who just picked up the stick, who are coming back, even though they may be developing. We definitely welcome those kind of kids who put in the work. We even tell our advanced players to bring their absolute best and to be leaders. We highly value leaders like who help give instruction and leaders who lead by example. And you're just creating like a wonderful atmosphere. Ever since the beginning of our season, our summer season for our boys, we are currently 3-0 in our ULAX league, our high school league. So we are looking to further that winning streak and go and do it not just through wins, but through better play, better organization, and just better sportsmanship all the way around. We're all learning, we're all developing, and this is like the best place to do it. I remember being a kid myself and looking up to some of the best coaches out there, and I think it's only fair to help give them the same, if not even more.
Brooklyn Lacrosse is a really amazing organization, and obviously we're focused on improving these kids as lacrosse players, but also we really care a lot about developing them into young men and women of character. And one of the greatest things that I think about our program is that it brings kids from different neighborhoods who wouldn't have known each other together. So we're bringing together a diverse set of backgrounds, experiences, lifestyles, all kind of melting together, getting to know each other, and having a character-building experience. We're having a great time here, and anybody that wants to join, we take players of all abilities. Whether you're already good or you've never picked up a stick, we'll get you equipment, we'll do whatever it takes to get you playing and succeeding.
So at this point, if you wanted to join, we have sessions that take place in the spring, in the summer for high schoolers, the fall, and we have an indoor session in the winter. So you'd go to www.brooklynlacrosse.org. You would see what session we have that's currently open, and you would go through our registration process. And depending upon your age, we group you with your age mates. And that's how you start. This is Khalid West from Brooklyn Lacrosse, and you're watching Black in the Core on YouTube.
Be a part of the conversation. Comment below. And please subscribe to my channel for future videos on New York City, and hit the notification bell to receive more updates.